Oh, e benvenuti qui su un nuovo episodio di Vampyr, qui sul canale di ep10. Oh, è una di quelle rare volte che l'ho detto azzeccato. Continuiamo la nostra avventura con il club Ascalon. Spero che mi faccia recuperare da inizio avventura proprio. Cioè, no, inizio avventura, ma inizio... quando ho bussato, perché la scorsa volta sono andato avanti e per sbaglio sono andato a finire sulla missione principale senza accorgermene. Sapete, no, ero andato al cerchio di materiali. Buono, 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 buono.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Rossa lapide. Ah, hanno scappato gente qui, eh?
Welcome to the Ascalon Club.
Ti porta gli appunti in
There has been
braga.
quite a battle here.
Beh sì, una battaglia per via della caccia, no, raga?
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Beh sì, siete leggerissimamente snob. Figo però sto posto. Dove sono finito? Dove sono finito? Oh. West End. Ma ditelo che è pesci dal posto. Cioè, uno strozzo apre e basta. Cioè, nel gioco mi avete fatto vedere fino adesso che ci sono due tipi di porte. La porta che ti fa entrare in una nuova zona, oppure una porta che ti permette di stare nello stesso posto, però senza caricamento. Cazzo, ma non potevate differenziarlo un minimo? La storia e lo scopo del Club Ascalon. Il Club Ascalon è un'associazione di gentiluomini che opera segretamente per proteggere gli interessi della corona. L'ho fondato io stesso nel 1837 per onorare e tramandare il lascito del mio creatore, William Marshall, primo conte di Pembroke e vero protettore dell'Inghilterra. Ogni membro deve essere di buona estrazione e possedere una fibra morale impeccabile, dato che il club accoglie membri mortali, che saranno puntualmente osservati e valutati come candidati per l'immortalità. L'obiettivo del club è favorire l'instaurarsi di comportamenti e tradizioni rispettabili nella buona società vampiresca, ma anche favorire e ampliare l'egemonia inglese. Noi siamo la vera elite della società britannica, noi siamo Ascalon, la sacra lancia impugnata da San Giorgio, protettore dell'Inghilterra quando sconfisse il drago, e siamo noi stessi lancieri votati a difendere gli interessi dell'impero. Da La legge di Ascalon di Lord Redgrave, fondatore. Che puttana però il sangue, Madonna. Cioè che noi facciamo un lavoro pure più fino, se ci pensate. Con meno spargimento di sangue possibile. Quando uccidiamo. Pugnale buono. Ma il pugnale buono sicuro non sarà mai come... Buono, sordi, frammenti, datene tutto. Però che bello il violoncello di sto gioco. Con sti bassi sempre più cupi. Se non sbaglio, godici.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him. Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of this skull plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
How dare you speak so flippantly of my family?
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of
Io
yours.
non mi unirei
Sent to cleanse the
all'Ascalon
East
se
End of all
potessi,
scouts.
regà, proprio
Will his
mia
death
scelta.
be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Cioè, vedete pure una tale condizione, nel senso il pensiero umano, anche se loro non sono più umani, no? Sì, ti è morto uno dei tuoi, tu almeno un minimo dovresti essere incazzato. Cioè, vaffanculo. Già che lo tratti così. Cosa comporta l'ammissione?
What does it mean? to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
Per chi avesse seguito la serie di Vampire la Masquerade, questo dovrebbe essere un principe, Redgrave. E non lui, John Redgrave, quello di cui stiamo parlando. E se vogliamo vederla nell'ottica di Vampire, ok, la mascherata. Qual è l'intento del club? Quindi già mi stava sul cazzo a me sottostan principe, che cazzi succederà. Pure su sto gioco dovevo fare la stessa cosa, non mi ricordo, io potevo decidere.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
Cosa significa Ascalon? Fu William Marshall fondare il club. No,
What does
l'abbiamo letto.
Ascalon mean?
Ascalon
E la
was the
lancia.
lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall fondare il club.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later.
Sicuro ammazzandolo.
The good knight has been gone for so long.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Econ as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Econ, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Redgrave.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
I feel like the newcomer, and I do not like it at all.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, Vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic
Vabbè, fra.
conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
I soldi non possono risolvere tutto.
Money cannot solve every problem.
Ma i nostri sì.
This mysterious
I problemi.
epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
But that would segregate the rich from the poor, would it not? It would be unjust.
Our only course of action must be to save England. And to save England, we have to make sacrifices.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns?
No.
Decisiveness is what the city needs. And it needs it now.
Mille, non vedi? Qualità del sangue. Quanto? Ma mi prendete per il culo. 20 non è possibile. Vabbè, forse perché è un livello altissimo.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic.
Sì.
And your findings were quite alarming.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Sì, ma tutti però.
Alarmed by the
Non
epidemic,
solo i
the
ricchi.
Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
Gli Scale sono delle vittime.
Scals are hostile vectors of contagion. That is a fact. But first and foremost, they are victims.
I agree, Dr. Reed. Most of the new Scals who roam the streets at night used to be good British citizens. But they must be put down nevertheless.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Oh, fascinazione 4. Trova le fonti del contagio del West End. Venti. Scusate, vado a prendere un po' d'acqua. Eccolo. Allora,
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
un vampiro antico. Parliamo di gente.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Oh, vede... Da Lady. Domande persone. Ne sta di che gliela possa ammazzare. Ma c'è una bandiera italiana. Livelli del quartiere.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Non posso. Non posso.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Se era
Too
Vampire la
much
Masquerade si
selfishness
poteva
and
usare il
individualism for my
sangue,
taste.
tutti i sangue per
Even when there was no
rosso
epidemic.
Even
in
if
faccia
that's
per dare
partly true,
l'illusione di
may I
essere
remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich?
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Che ci fa qui?
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the
Era
age of 30
suffragetta.
years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand,
Negli
and
Stati
in
Uniti,
Australia.
in Nuova Zelanda,
But women here
Australia.
can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte.
Se non ricordo male ci va
I
pure la
have shared your
regina
opinion for a
a
long
votare.
time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Se non mi ricordo
Really?
male.
Oh,
In Inghilterra.
now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of
No,
town.
ma non c'ha senso,
That's
questi
how
vanno fa come
progressive they
Trump,
are.
cazzo.
If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might
Ma
have
nocce
gone.
di
You
Minecraft.
have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
No, no. Ti hai solo mandato forse alla morte di una ragazza. Cosa sta di me?
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Charlotte sa molte cose sui vampiri e sembra non temerli. Non mi ricordo che cazzo ha detto. Scusate un attimo. Perché dovrei, mia madre è la donna mia, dovrei essere differente verso diffidente di mia madre? Forse.
Perhaps it's wise for a mortal never to totally trust a vampire. Your mother
Regà,
herself
perché
told me that we Ascalon are creatures of deception. Maybe it's because we seem so alive.
That may
Alive.
be true for a naive girl. But I have the best teacher when it comes to getting rid of an insistent immortal.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see? And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Econ, Doctor.
Econ.
And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16.
Eh sì,
So I suspected the truth for a long
dalla
time
maggiore età.
before that.
Dietro. Domande personali. E sulla sua vita a Londra? Oh, mi hai dato due indizi. Perché la di Ashbury l'ha adottata?
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life
Beh,
with a
regà.
never-aging mother?
Pensiero condivisibile. Mi ricorda pure la trama che ho fatto a un mio sodale, possiamo dire. Mi piace la parola sodale, raga. Sodale che è un certo tizio che non vi dirò il nome. E gli ho fatto una trama simile in un gioco di ruolo che stiamo giocando adesso. Non è Vampire, eccetera. D&D, una trama.
I'm investigating the
eccetera.
source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this
I
neighborhood.
Mullaney. Ok. Perfetto.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Grazie.
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Ritratti di famiglia.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Sì, fra. Perché noi no. Quando sei tornato a Londra?
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
I know what you mean.
Porca troia.
I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
No, non lo voglio ammazzare, lui è un amico suo, per davvero.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other, and so many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Scusate un attimo. Le dallala. Le dallala. Ci sono problemi in casa?
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Mannaggia, porello.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Mullaneys...
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
You need...
Vabbè, tutti ai mulani, insomma, ci stanno ammannando. Ma questa non è l'altra amica sua che dobbiamo cercare.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Ah. Porca miseria.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Ho dei gusti molto particolari.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
Colum Russell. Mi pare
How
di
is the
quartiere.
situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh,
Magari
I
una bomba
also
capita
enjoy
davvero.
a sunny day like
10
everybody
seconda guerra
else.
mondiale.
But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it
Porca
can't
miseria che
ever be
macelli
shared.
stanno a fare botte sotto il sole 11.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Oh. 2000. Un po' lievitato sto amico.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Oh. Oh. Alcohol. Là. Ma io così poco non gliele darei. Barra d'alluminio? Se di piombo. Una semplice barra di piombo, probabilmente rubata da una fabbrica, che può essere usata per migliorare l'equilibrio di qualsiasi arma da mischia di grandi dimensioni. Ecco, questa proprio no, perché... Ok. Una semplice asta di piombo che probabilmente apparteneva a un pescatore può essere usata per migliorare l'equilibrio di qualsiasi arma da mischia di piccola grandezza. Delle armi da fuoco. Vediamo se è molle. Io le armi da fuoco non le uso. Arma secondaria. Grasso lubrificante. Armi a lungo raggio. Ecco, questa me la posso vendere. Non c'è niente. Un semplice lungo raggio. Parte per un'impugnatura buona, impugnatura per qualsiasi arma da mischia. Per la parte per un'impugnatura buona. Oh, c'è proprio un botto di soldi mo. Per qualsiasi arma secondaria. Lungo raggio. Essenziali di garofano. Porca miseria, ho finito i soldi che ho appena fatto. Parti con l'impugnatura normale, per un qualsiasi arma da mischia. Da mischia. Arma a lungo raggio. A lungo raggio. Io a lungo raggio non lo uso, piombo. Grandezza. Campione di sangue acquoso. Non ce la faccio niente, olio essenziale. Fiala di vetro. Campione di sangue corposo e acquoso. Non mi serve a niente il sangue, non mi faccio iniziare io. Pugnale buono, pugnale di sabrina. Assorbimento sangue, assorbimento sangue. Stordimento energia, velocità di attacco, una semplice busta di Va bene. Piombo. Là. Chinino, così almeno c'ho tutti gli ingredienti. Spero di averceli.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening.
Ah, ma è sempre lei.
Good.
She's been...
Ma te sposti? Ok. Ok. Allora. Individua la casa di Emily. Ah, amico mio, c'è l'emigrania.
Good evening.
I won't.
Do you need...
It's a little.
Porca miseria, scusami.
You need...
Ti avrei dato subito la medicina, guarda. Subito, subito. Valve building. Ma in teoria mi potrei piacere. Il coso, il potenziamento per Leglon, Edmondo Rostand, Doris Fletcher, ma di Harry Potter. Royal Garden Hall, Red Crown Street, Londra, giugno-luglio 1917.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. I remember when Mary came here with her husband. They were such a beautiful family. Great Wall.
It's locked, all right. It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in...
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone
Ho parlato
laughs
fino
at
adesso con
Clarence
il
now.
microfono muto. E vabbè.
And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand.
Signora, così la prima guerra
Luckily,
mondiale.
this part of town has
Era
been
proprio
saved
così.
from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
Mi parli del quartiere.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan, please accept my condolences for your sister.
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for
Comunque sia,
me.
mi sembra un botto la ragazza cioè la cugina del protagonista del romanzo di Scott Fitzgerald, Get the Gatsby. Non mi ricordo minimamente come si chiamasse.
Thank you, Venus.
Come si chiami?
It was so sudden. And I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
Ragazzi, la faccio in grammaticali, vi ripeto che io sono dislessico, quindi se non azzecchi i congiuntivi, eccetera, le parole, non è colpa mia, il mio cervello dico la frase giusta, se la ripeto la dico sbagliata, non me ne accorgo gran parte delle volte.
I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Va bene ricordarlo.
I'm
The McPhersons. I heard they locked...
They could just be afraid of getting...
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you...
Va bene.
At least you survived the Great War.
E sopra che potevo, Che non mi sono fatta la credenza. Che cazzo? Perché dal parkour?
I'm so sorry.
Non si pare.
It's locked.
Scusate, mi ho preso un infarto. Ah, rieccolo.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign.
Ah, perché ti serve
No sign of a struggle.
Vabbè,
It
sì,
seems
come i
Charlotte's friend
vampiri.
knew the killer and
Tipo
let him
Dracula,
in.
pure Dracula c'ha sto problema nel romanzo di Stoker. Lettera d'amore di Emily. Mio caro Jacques, non vedo l'ora di rivederti stanotte, domani, quasi non riesco ad attendere. Da quando ci siamo baciati su quel ponte mentre la luna splendeva nel cielo notturno. Voglio risentire i tuoi denti sulle mie labbra. Voglio il dolore straziante del tuo morso dolce sul mio collo. Diavolo che non sei alto, per un attimo il più lungo mai provato. Ho temuto che mi avresti ucciso proprio lì, su quel ponte, nel mezzo della notte, ma no, mio caro Jacques, sei rimasto lì fidanzato fino a fine che fidanzato fine il fidanzato fine che conosco e mi stavi solamente stuzzicando. Non vedo l'ora di bere il tuo sangue, per davvero stavolta, e tornare dalla mia cara amica Charlotte da immortale, e non vedo l'ora di giocare con lei, un pochino, all'inizio, certo, come mi hai insegnato tu a giocare con i mortali, e poi la trasformerò in una di noi, domineremo le notti di Londra e ripuliremo questa città dalle anime impure.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who? Blood. I should follow the trail.
C'è un vampiro a piede libero che vuole far matto? Porto Nord, stato ostile. Eh sì, ostilissimo. Ah, questo è Jacques.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I intend to do so very soon, thank you. But for the moment, I'd like to shed light on the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
Chi è lei?
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond, the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
Io caro cugina. È francese, ma no, davvero. Io avrei detto belga.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
No, pazzoide.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last wedding good.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
No, siete fare. Però è vero, c'è gli credi, nel senso abbiamo lettere del diario, di quello che voleva fare. Insomma, stava folgorata la signorina. Oh, la miele di piombo. Vabbè, i proiettili, non capisco perché più 18 miliardi di proiettili a puntata. Ma che cazzo stai a dire? Oh, bada. Porco can. Se ci serve proprio un nascondiglio. Magari ce l'ho proprio tutti gli indizi. Cosa del Jonathan? Ma magari potrebbe rincontrare la madre. Volantino di avvertimento.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not aware.
Non sono in salute. Almeno mi dice la verità. Ah, come, scusa un attimo. Ma gli indizi che mi ha dato tua moglie, no,
Good evening.
And good evening.
I have found out.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Goodbye.
She's been quite busy these last few nights.
Più 400. Oggi stanno a farmi punti, raga. No, sì. Punto di riposo. Vabbè, il punto di riposo sarà a casa sua. Tacci tua! La ridamma la vita persa, merda. Dammi la vita, brutta merda, che non sei altro. Buono. Ma che cazzo vuoi? Ah. No, mo devo tenere. No, proprio mo, comunque sia, volevo salvare quello.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Almeno l'ho salvato. Per quanto non lo so, visto che prima o poi dovremo livellare come pazzi. No. Comunque sia, per la prossima che mi compro la lancia di nuovo. Perché la uso proprio un botto e mi piace come potenziamento. Una collezione dell'eresia del sangue puro. Dai, comunque sia, meno male, mi sta un botto dei medicinali. Dovete morire. Che poi sto potere noi ce l'abbiamo, eh. Lo possiamo... mi pare che l'ho pure sbloccato. Ah sì, pure il morso è potentissimo il nostro morso. Adesso. Oh! Oh, hai rotto del corti di cazzo, amico mio. Tiriamoci tutto il sangue. Quello è il servo del mamma.
This is despicable.
Serve del mamma. Un ristorante eccezionale per Calon Russell. Invece di fare le missioni principali. Kimura Tadao. No, che devo... Bonnie, che cazzo sto a fare? No, perché non ci posso andare. Questa dovrebbe essere casa mia. Come già le ho comunicato diversi giorni fa, potrei dover lasciare l'Inghilterra forse per qualche mese. Ah, vabbè. Averirò. O cock. Non ho letto troppo veloce. Ma come sconosciuta?
I cannot enter. Mother, good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Mother, do you know what's been
Madre.
going on in this area?
Not
Mother.
really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
No, sarebbe bruttissimo.
Have you returned to Whitechapel
Sarebbe.
Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare,
Madre.
yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station,
Avery.
I don't know what would have happened.
T'avrebbero fatto, ma...
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject, and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get
Ma
along.
come fai a sapere dei
If she ever
vampiri?
fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Voti e morti, porca puttana.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
Mary è morta. Non sono morto.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson, and my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Come da tanto in tanto? Ah, nei ricordi. Porca
Goodbye, Mother.
puttana.
Goodbye.
Ma andiamo a parlare con Avery. Avery, che cazzo gli dai nel delle 5? A sta vecchia. Avery.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Giusto.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been
La
very
Francia
fond of
soleggiata.
I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Eh sì, fai bene, Avery. Porca miseria.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Porca miseria, Avery. Capirà, si andrà via.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
Lavoro mio, faccio il dottore.
This is not my home anymore.
I'm afraid selling the house would only lead to another tragedy. I beg you to reconsider.
Indizio richiesto, ma ho presi tutte e tre. C'è un bug?
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic.
Not really, except all the MacPherson's servants resigned a few days ago. They feared becoming infected, they said.
The MacPhersons? Where do they live?
I think it's a rich house near the railway bridge in the southern part of the district.
Ok. Grazie, Avery.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother.
Of course, Mr. John.
No, se potenzia spada e... Chiave piccola. 5 scellini, ovviamente. Noi non possediamo i farmaci. Noi non possediamo roba, insomma. Emicrania, ghiera, polmonite, sepsi. Embè. beh. Assorbi punti sangue quando l'arma diminuisci. Ce ne servono. Ah, e poi questo. Stordimento, paletto. Paletto comune. 28. 28. Paletto primo è un eccezionale. Stordimento aumentato. Riesce il consumo di energia del... Ok, 36. Perfetto. Mo c'ho questo e questo. Mancano a lamiere di piombo. Tante lamiere di piombo. Sempre più rotti in faccia. Oh. Ventisette. Porca miseria. Questo che c'ha? Emicrania. Non so, siete 2 livelli, eh? Emicrania. Ok. Me le sono fatte tutte così almeno. Mo dorgo con sta spadina. E torgo pure un botto. So che molto probabilmente... No, però inizio sbloccato.
Hello.
Credi davvero che ti abbia
Do you
trascurato?
think Avery is right?
I don't blame you. but you abandoned me.
I wish I could stay here and take care of you. But I'm involved in some terrible things, and I don't want to put you in any danger.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Zio.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have...
I'm so sorry, Mother.
What happened, Johnny? You should have told me, Johnny. I would have understood. You always were a secretive little boy.
Manca un po' di zitto. Io l'avrei uccisa, ma in effetti prima o poi la ucciderò pure San Venganza là. Amico?
Good.
I won't.
Do you need...
What? I hope we're talking about...
You need...
Oh, Kimura.
We meet a Dr. Reed. We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind.
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
Torna in Giappone?
How is the situation in the West?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting.
What can you tell?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days.
And why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
Eh sì, vampiro.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed. Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Tanto t'ammazzo se t'ho scoperto
Over the
tutto.
years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy?
Can you change? And is it what you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
There is no need to thank me. Rescuing a London citizen should not be out of the ordinary, though I'm afraid it may appear so in these difficult times.
You did not only rescue me, you fought for me. You put your life in danger to save me. That's quite extraordinary.
How will you cope
Eh
if
beh,
you're attacked
dovrebbe.
again?
I don't know. I've heard about these men and women who patrol the West End every night, chasing criminals like my abductor. Maybe I should join them.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I don't know. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars aligned to a specific configuration.
Yes. Astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
Draco. My favorite constellation.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation.
Così però porterò la malattia in sto posto. Vabbè.
Goodbye.
Il signor Kimura. In salute. 4.000, però 4.000 così gratis. Sta gentaglia e gentaglia. A me ci pezzi di mercato di questo quartiere potrebbero essere cambiati. Beh, sono cambiati perché sta in salute il quartiere. Non ho ucciso nessuno. Non ancora.
Cori.
I may.
Impugnatura buona. Ok, ma i componenti, mannaggia giuda, tutti costano un botto. Ah, la stanza di mia sorella. Che è piccola. Prima lettera di Aubrey Reed. Mio caro John, quando riceverai
I
questa
remember
lettera...
Sunday walks in the park.
Orologio. e codeina. Inchiostro nei favoriti di sodio.
Your father and I have spoken about your fiancé, Mary. We believe he'll be an honorable husband for you. We'll set a date for the marriage then. That way, I'm sure one of my children will give me grandchildren.
Mannaggia, signor.
I understand your thirst for knowledge, Jonathan, and your father and I are proud of it. But you are not that young anymore, my son. When will I meet your soulmate? You can ascribe my romantic tendencies to my French origins if you want, Aubrey. But I'll never cease to believe in a match made in heaven, my beloved.
I really wish you could meet her mother.
It's
You would
locked,
love her.
all right.
Porella.
Hello again.
Jonathan!
Do you really see Mary and Father? Do you also see me as one of the dead?
Yes. For many years, it was just a game. Since your father left us without a word, I took to the habit of speaking to him.
Yes, I remember. I sometimes spied on you and listened to you talking with Father in the garden. It made me so angry then. But it was just a game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Sì, lo
But
era.
since then, my poor dead Mary visited me in my room. She led me to her grave, and there you were. I now know the dead can haunt us.
Should I leave you alone? Just ask, and I swear you'll never hear from me again.
Oh, no, Johnny. You're always welcome in this house. And one day, when I finally die, we'll all be together again, just as Mary promised us.
I'm so sorry. You did not deserve to endure this. Mary should never have done this to you.
That's true, my son. But you know what the worst part is? I liked it when Mary spoke in my head. Now she is silent, and it makes me so sad.
Father seems to have left me some documents. Some sort of treasure hunt game. Do you know anything about them?
No, Johnny. But your father always loved to write these little games for you when you were a boy. Don't you remember?
Could Father have conceived some sort of final game for me before he left?
I really can't say, Johnny. Perhaps you should talk with Avery about that. He was your father's confidant, more than I.
I remember now. He used to post me these riddles, as though they were sent by a mysterious games master. I'd spend weeks trying to decipher them.
Your father was always so proud each time you found the answer. He was not just the serious doer banker everybody thought he was.
I was proud too. How could I forget?
The important thing is that you remember it now. I'll
Caccia
tell
al
your
tesoro,
father
un
the next
vestito
time I see
bello?
him. He'll be so happy.
Può essere, raga. Magari una spada?
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, son.
E a sto punto... Parla con Avery.
Yes, Jonathan. Spending.
There are rumors of abductions in the West End at night. That can't be true.
Questo parla da
Yes,
solo.
Mr. Jonathan.
Do you know my mother speaks to the...
Yes. I sometimes hear her.
So she thinks I'm also dead.
I believe she only sees her relatives as the dead she speaks to, Mr. Jonathan. It breaks my heart to see Miss Reed like that.
She may get better. It's only a hypothesis, but I know my mother is strong. Whatever illusions have clouded her mind, they will fade in time.
Yes. With time, Miss Reed will recover from this cursed year. I know that your return can only be beneficial to that process.
Insomma, io sto progettato ad ammazzarla.
I found an old letter written by my father.
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you...
I'm currently
Not... I think...
Goodbye.
Of course...
Tra la seconda lettera di tuo padre.
Goodbye.
Of course...
Vai via. Devo saccheggiare casa. Porca puttana, che marmitte. Forchetta, ma magari d'argento?
There are rumors of abductions in the West End.
No, tra ste lettere, va. No, potrebbe essere...
I'll kill you!
Magari spada de famiglia? Ok. Diario insanguinato. Prima lettera di Audrey Reed, vecchia lettera, continuo. Carissimo Avery, no? Poi già le ho comunicato diversi giorni fa, potrei dover lasciare l'Inghilterra, forse per qualche mese, mentre sarò via finché mio figlio non tornerà a Londra. Affida a lei il compito di prendersi cura della nostra casa. Ho già preso i necessari provvedimenti affinché il suo salario venga aumentato, finché lavorerà per noi. Mi ha promesso che proteggere la mia cara moglie e che la servirà al meglio delle sue possibilità. Per questo la ringrazio del profondo del mio cuore. Se non dovessi fare più ritorno, sappia che lei è l'unico di cui mi fido ciecamente. Con cordiale e sincera amicizia, Aubrey Reed. Mio caro John, da quando riceverai questa lettera avrai 35 anni, io non ci sarò più da tempo. Mi sento più impacciato a scriverti questa prima lettera che non leggerai mai per anni. Ho dovuto riflettere a lungo su come scriverla finché non mi sono ricordato di i quesiti e gli indovinelli che inventavo per te quando eri un ragazzino. A quanto ti divertivi a risolvere i miei enigmi. E insomma, ho pensato che fosse una buona idea proporti un ultimo gioco. Probabilmente la ricompensa sarà meno entusiasmante del solito. Sai, questa volta non riceverai oggetti bizzarri o caramelle, tuttavia riceverai un tesoro prezioso, la verità. Questo è l'unico tentativo che farò di motivarti alla mia scelta di andarmene senza una spiegazione. Se desideri sapere il perché devi solo partecipare al mio gioco, la scelta sta a te, figlio mio. Sappi che ti voglio bene. La mia famiglia era ed è tutto per me. Ricordo ancora il... Scusate raga perché io sto giocando in modalità finestra ed è molto piccolo. I miei due gioielli preziosi. Ok, ogni volta che tornavo a casa a vedervi crescere, guardarvi giocare e ridere mi riempiva il cuore di gioia. Avrei potuto uccidere per proteggere mia figlia e la mia amata moglie, ma ora che la sorte mi è avversa ho dovuto prendere una difficile decisione. Sparire senza dire una parola era l'alternativa peggiore, ma ho scelto di farlo comunque e presto me ne andrò per sempre. Non è perdono quello che cerco, ma comprensione. Se desideri scoprire di più, devi solo ricordare quanto eravamo felici a quei tempi. Se vuoi trovare il prossimo messaggio, pensa alle domeniche di sole, all'erba verde e agli alberi alti. Sole, alberi alti. Ok. Poi sei arrivato al livello 30 pure. Dove potrebbe stare sta lettera? C'è il motivo, sicuro c'aveva il cancro il tizio. Va, butto lì il cancro? Io penso alberi alti, questi. Porca puttana.
Are you from Ascalon? Yeah. You're mine. Stupid newborn. Gotcha.
Ma mori. Oddio, è finito il sangue, eh? Le fogne. Vabbè, sti cazzi da spada, no. Io la butto lì, è una spada. Sai, spada di famiglia, sti cose qua. Uff. Fugno di Temple. Non può essere qua. E io mo mi sa che mi uccido la madre prima che mi ammazzino, perché io già penso che la madre verrà ammazzata. Raga, so scelta, alla fine io voglio diventare forte. Se devo battere gente livello 30 e simili, andrò a fare quello che deve essere fatto. Dove gli alberi sono alti. Qui. Vabbè. No, non gli torgo però, raga, mi sa che la finiamo tra pochissimo, sto video. Lo finiamo qui tra pochissimo. Oh, gli alberi alti. Potevi essere un po' più specifico, va. 35 anni, io l'enigma te lo risolvo sinceramente. Ma poi vabbè, mi starò abbandonando una spada buona. Nessuno si è ammalato. Nessuno. Perfetto, sono tutti stabili.
Easy does it, boys. He's dead. Murder. That's what you do with leeches.
Temple Garden.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
He's mine.
cazzo, siamo solo tutti subito del cazzo e prede. Chiaro questi ritratti di famiglia, raggiungere la seconda fonte del puntaggio.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage. He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
Torture.
This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
E Zai Mullani. Vieni, vieni.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Può essere, eh. Detta dalla scuola di recitazione di Fletcher.
So, this girl
Me ne
took
frega.
lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Vabbè, dai, finiamo sta missioncina principale. Tanto oggi siamo saliti di 2 livelli, vi ricordo, stavamo al 25, ora stiamo al 27. Madonna. Guardate, in caso forse la madre per coso mi ammazzerò dopo. La prossima volta. Al prossimo video, perché mi manca poco per arrivare a 30 e questo stanno al 30. Penso sia il livello massimo, pure perché dovremmo ancora sbloccare un sacco d'altri poteri. casa di Reed.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for? I cannot enter.
La porta è stata sbloccata. Ma mi porta da tutt'altra parte. Oh, ma è pieno, eh? Oh, sorci. Ma quest'hanno per cazzo.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Orologio, buono, buono. E tutti i proiettili a me mi ritornano, quindi li posso prendere tutti, non li uso. Ma qui si stanno infettando tutta la famiglia, io ho detto che volevo uscire di casa. Fucile a pompa eccezionale. Non vedi? Quindi sono due. Fatti fuori.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher. Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
Vabbè, come al nostro solito, noi abbiamo risolto il piccolo enigma. Stiamo sempre andando avanti con questa avventura, anche se vi dico che, se non ricordo male, manca poco. E quando manca poco, manca veramente poco. E raga, a un prossimo appuntamento. Bella.